Hey everyone, welcome to the Fletcher Wolf Racing Shop. I'm Fletcher. Today we're going to talk about what a dirt late model is and why our team decided that that was the right category for us.
If your tip is get a hot pressure washer, we know.
You may have seen our cool racing stuff videos. Today we're doing a spring test. So this is our dirt late model. Now, this one looks a little different because it doesn't have the nose or the rest of the body on it. On the racetrack, they look something like this. Dirt late models race on dirt circle tracks that are usually between a quarter mile in length and a half a mile in length, with a couple of outliers more than a half a mile and less than a quarter mile. They'll even occasionally race on asphalt tracks. We did a video about that. That'll be in the description. Let's get into the technical pieces. Dirt late models do have a rule book that governs kind of the size of the car, the power plant, and the suspension type, as well as specific body rules, parts requirements, material specs, things like that. Our basic engine rules require a V8 with the cam in the block that's carbureted with a 4-barrel carburetor. Model racing is pretty cool because you have a couple of different categories within dirt late model racing that the car is the same, but the power plant changes. So all categories are powered by a V8, but you might see crate late models that are powered by a spec Chevrolet crate engine that theoretically is all the same. You have limited late model where you have a steel block usually requirement as well as a cubic inch displacement maximum. And then you have open motors or super motors which do not have that cubic inch displacement rule and can have an aluminum block. This, for example, is a super late model engine, but this one has a steel block. It's a 358 cubic inch engine and has SB2 heads, makes about 800 horsepower. This engine is also dry sumped. There is the oil pump and the oil tank. Must have a transmission with a working forward and reverse gear and 2 forward gears. So we have a low gear and a high gear. Interestingly, our clutch is integral to the transmission. So when the car is in low gear or reverse and the engine's running, you don't have to have the clutch pedal depressed to keep from stalling out. Instead, you use the clutch pedal to make the car move in low and reverse. Basically, you are pushing the clutch pedal in to engage the clutch, which is opposite from normal. Dirt late models must have a solid axle rear end. This is a quick change rear end, which means we can easily change gear ratios by taking the back cover off and then changing what I call a drop gear in the back of the rear end. Late models do have specific rules in terms of suspension type, wheelbase, wheel track, and things like hubs where we're required to use a wide 5 hub. Have a specific wheel size that is a wide 5 wheel, and tire size and tire compound. Drivers are required normal safety gear like a helmet, a head and neck restraint, and a fire suit. They're required to have a racing harness, and many organizations require a full containment seat. So that's kind of the basics of what a dirt late model race car is. If I missed anything or you have any questions, make sure to drop those in the comments. Now let's talk about why we as racers chose to race in this category. A bit more information about us as a team and a family. My brother and I are third generation racers, and most of the time our family has raced open wheel formula cars, like the one behind me. That's actually my dad in a Formula Super V. There I am in a Formula Continental. Racing, unfortunately for us, became not as viable because of an availability of competition and an economic kind of reality behind the costs of modern motorsport. Dirt late models offered us an opportunity to continue doing what we love, which is racing, with a lot of competition and a little bit of a different economic profile. All motorsports, dirt late models are still expensive. If you want to know more about the costs of dirt late model racing, make sure to let us know in the comments. We looked at it, and from a purse, a content, and a sponsorship capability standpoint, dirt late models really stood out to us. You combine that with the competition availability, especially regionally around where we are in South Carolina, a lot of sense for us to look at dirt late models as the next step for our racing team. Doesn't mean it has been easy. In fact, it's been a pretty steep learning curve. If you want to see more of that, you can check out our vlogs. Some of them are a struggle bus. Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. That really helps us out. If you like cool race cars, cool racing stuff, check out our shorts page. We have over 200 videos that show cool race cars, both dirt and asphalt and road racing. So check those out, and we'll see you on the next one.